Hello, kids. Welcome to another exciting story time. Today's story is from the famous Panchatantra, a collection of ancient Indian tales filled with wisdom, talking animals, and important life lessons. Have you ever heard the saying, even the smallest friend can help the biggest one? Well, today's story is about a group of tiny mice and a herd of mighty elephants. It's a tale of how kindness and friendship can make the impossible happen. So sit back and let's begin. Once upon a time, in a deep and beautiful jungle, there was a tiny village where hundreds of mice lived happily. They had built their little homes near a big lake, where they would drink water and play together. One day, a large herd of elephants arrived in the jungle. They were searching for water because their old watering hole had dried up due to the scorching sun. After wandering for days, they finally found the lake near the mice's village. With their huge feet, the elephants marched through the village, crushing many of the tiny houses and injuring several mice. The ground shook as they walked. The mice ran in all directions, terrified. The leader of the mice, a wise old mouse, gathered his friends and said, "We must do something, but we are so small. How can we stop these mighty elephants?" The next day, the mice bravely approached a grand and majestic, the leader of the elephants. The tiny mice stood before him and said, "O great elephant king, your mighty footsteps are destroying our homes. Please be careful when you pass through our village." The elephant king looked down at the tiny mice and smiled kindly. "Oh, little ones, I never realized we were causing you harm. From now on, we will take a different path to the lake." The mice cheered with joy. "Thank you, mighty king," they squeaked. The elephants kept their promise. From that day on, the elephants and the mice became good friends. Months passed, and the jungle remained peaceful. But one day, something terrible happened. A group of hunters entered the jungle and set huge traps to capture the elephants. That evening, as the elephants walked through the forest, the traps closed in on them. Several elephants were caught in thick ropes and could not move. They trumpeted loudly for help, but there was no one nearby. "Help! Help!" they cried. Suddenly, the Elephant King remembered the mice and said, "Perhaps our tiny friends can help us." One of the mice, who was passing by, saw the elephants in trouble, trapped in the hunters' ropes, struggling to break free. The Elephant King trumpeted in distress, calling for help. The brave little mice ran as fast as he could back to his village. He squeaked loudly and told the other mice everything. Without wasting a moment, hundreds of tiny mice rushed to the trapped elephants and started gnawing at the thick ropes with their sharp teeth. Within a few hours, the mice had cut all the ropes. The elephants were free. The Elephant King bowed before the mice and said, "You saved our lives. We thought we were strong, but today we learned that even the smallest friend can be the greatest help." The mice squeaked happily. From that day on, the elephants and mice remained best friends forever. So kids, the moral of the story is, strength isn't just about size, it's about wisdom, teamwork, and heart. Even the smallest creatures can be of great help in times of need. If you loved this story, clap your hands and always remember, kindness and friendship can make the impossible happen. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. See you next time.